Welcome to this explainer. Right now, we're watching an absolutely massive shift sweep across the entire digital landscape. Today, we are breaking down the transition from simply renting your audience on mega platforms to actually owning your very own digital ecosystem. If you've spent years grinding away to cultivate a following online, well, the insights we're about to unpack are going to fundamentally change how you view your digital assets.
So let's dive right in with a tough but really necessary question. Do you truly own the audience you've spent all these years building? Or are you literally just renting space on someone else's land? Because right now, most brands operate like they've got a rented booth at a noisy, chaotic carnival. It's crowded, it's super distracting, and you have zero control over the environment. But the new paradigm? It's all about building your own digital flagship store, a space where your brand is the one and only focus.
That brings us to Section 1, the rented audience trap.
We really need to talk about why current social networks have systemic flaws built right into their foundations. There are four massive failures going on here. First, algorithmic gatekeepers totally limit who sees your content. Second, there's zero data sovereignty, meaning big tech basically masks user data, keeping all that valuable intel out of your CRM. Third is the proximity of competitors. You're pitted directly against rivals right there in rented feeds. And fourth, funnel leakage, forcing your users to hop from a post to a link in bio to a website to a Discord server. It creates a huge 30 to 50% drop-off at every single stage. It's wild.
Let's zero in on that first major failure for a second, the algorithmic gatekeeper. These platforms are artificially constricting your organic reach, often tanking it below 5%. And why? Specifically to corner you into paying them boost budgets just to reach the very people who already chose to follow you. And since you don't control the space, the algorithm might literally drop a direct competitor's ad right next to your carefully crafted educational post. So you do all the heavy lifting to educate the customer, only to generate a cheap conversion for somebody else.
Section 2. Enter Web4 Studio SNAS.
30 seconds. Just let that sink in for a moment. That is the shocking speed at which this tech landscape has evolved. Stuff that used to take hundreds of thousands of dollars and months of grueling software development can now be deployed as a fully functional, white-label super app via a single AI prompt. You are completely bypassing the traditional, super expensive bottlenecks of custom app development.
And the immediate benefit of deploying your own platform? 100% unfiltered direct reach. By cutting out that algorithmic middleman, your delivery is completely guaranteed. When you launch a new product or share a big update, it goes straight through chronological feeds or direct push notifications to every single active user. Your marketing finally transitions from this stressful, unpredictable guessing game into a plannable, revenue-generating engine. Moving on to Section 3, unleashing first-party data.
Once you have your own platform, your data is actually yours to access. An integrated AI network chat lets any manager use everyday natural language to query the community database. You don't need some expensive data science team or crazy complex SQL queries anymore. It's so effortless. First, instead of manually scrolling through thousands of comments to find your loyal brand advocates, you just ask the AI. Second, you can uncover hot leads instantly by asking for users mentioning words like buy or price. And third, you can spot users who might be at risk of churning out over a 30-day period, right then and there.
This is a total night and day difference for managing retention. Over on legacy platforms, you are practically blind to user inactivity. They just hide the data from you. But with Web4 AI, you instantly flag those quiet accounts. So instead of crossing your fingers and trusting an opaque algorithm to win them back, you can trigger automated re-engagement workflows with just the click of a button. And all of this creates an incredibly powerful environment. Imagine having a 100% share of voice. There are no competing sidebanner ads, no political distractions, no algorithmically driven outrage. Because it is your platform, it functions exactly like your own digital flagship store. And within this secure little ecosystem, integrated Web4 AI moderation automatically filters out spam and toxic content in real time. You get total brand safety, and you don't even need a massive 24/7 manual oversight team to do it.
Section 4, the radical cost reduction. Okay, let's play out a scenario here. Say a brand has 1 million followers and they post 100 times a year. Under the whole Web2 rented status quo, organic reach sits at that dismal 5%. That means only 50,000 of your followers actually see a standard update unless you pull out your wallet and pay extra for it.
So, to reach your remaining 950,000 followers, assuming a pretty conservative €10 CPM, that's going to cost you roughly €9,500 per post. Over a year, that operational expense snowballs to nearly €1,000,000, just to speak to the audience you already worked so hard to acquire. Now compare that to Web4. With guaranteed direct delivery and zero ad spend needed for reactivation, the platform operates at a flat infrastructure cost of just 1 cent per user monthly. Your annual cost? A flat €10,000.
That is this staggering €940,000 in savings. This radical cost reduction instantly frees up massive chunks of your marketing budget, all while permanently securing your 100% direct reach. It's honestly a fundamental rewiring of digital marketing economics.
Which brings us to our final part, Section 5, Sovereign Digital Communities.
This kind of future-proof architecture rests on 3 main pillars. First up is vibe coding and UI freedom, which lets your team quickly code custom interfaces or pick dynamic themes that perfectly match your brand identity. Second is extensible mini-app SDKs. This means you can effortlessly plug in live streams, custom courses, or bespoke loyalty perks, turning a basic community into a rich, layered micro-ecosystem. And the third pillar is decentralized sovereignty using self-sovereign identity. This guarantees your user data stays completely independent of legacy cloud monopolies and the sudden, unpredictable rule changes of tech giants.
So, I want to leave you with this final, somewhat provocative thought to mull over. Are you building a community for yourself, or are you just generating cheap conversions for your competitors? It is time to take a hard look at where your community actually lives and who is truly reaping the financial and strategic benefits of all your hard work. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning and definitely keep building.